Try as he might, the present kept pulling him back, even with his vision shadowed by his eyelids. The cries of the gulls were familiar enough, but the Salamandra coast had seabirds in an astonishing variety, many of which he had never seen before. They gave voice to a chorus very alien to his ears. A stone's throw along the way, a work gang of former Drehhu slaves labored under a Mesembrian supervisor, clearing a drainage channel, chanting a work song. The rhythm was not so different from what the Tamania laborers in Mesembria might sing, but the tune was very strange, leaping out in bizarre intervals, and although he had heard many languages in his short life, none had ever sounded so peculiar. The air itself smelled wrong, metallic and yet perfumed with odd, cloying nectars. And then the earth itself moved. It began as an odd sliding in the stone beneath him. The light seemed suddenly weird, brighter than it had been a moment before, yellower. In the next instant, the world itself lurched, a movement somehow both small and indescribably large, as if he were a flea on a sleeping elephant that had shifted. In the distance, he heard someone scream, and then a chorus of shouting from seemingly everywhere. Dust came out of every window and door of the fortress, as if it were exhaling. Oddly, the work gang of Drehhu slaves he'd been watching seemed unperturbed. It seemed to go on for a long time, though in reality it might have only been a few heartbeats. When the ground felt solid again beneath his feet, he dropped down from the wall and walked over to the slaves. "You there," he said to the foreman, a Navior from one of the warships that had captured the fortress. "Sir," the man said, standing. "Do any of them speak our language?" "No, sir," the foreman said. "I was long in Boloi, though, so I speak a bit of theirs. It's why I pulled this duty." "Ask them what just happened." The man sputtered out what sounded like mostly sibilance, after which one of the slaves replied. Two others interjected now and then. The foreman turned back to Crespin. "They say it's a common thing," he replied. "I've heard the same from the fellows who have been here a while."